Live action.
Live from Triple Threat Studios, my name is Griffin Dunn. I'm from Seaford, Delaware, and the song is called Bitin My Tongue. Say what you want about a little drug called cocaine. It's guaranteed to keep sharp between your ears. It's the lifeblood of the line of work I've chosen, singing songs nobody wants to hear. Sometimes I wish I would have grown up to be a farmer. I had the choice back then, but I turned it down. I'd wake up feeling like a knight in shining armor, knowing I was working like a mule to feed the town. Been working like hell to hold on to my filter. Been biting my tongue so hard it's bound to split. I can't hear one more song on the radio. They may as well be selling me dog shit. Money don't care a lick about how you spend. Truth don't give a damn how far it bends. Like saying I would give my last penny just to make a living out of this. Been working like hell to hold on to my filter. Been biting my tongue so hard it's bound to split. I can't hear one more song on the radio. They may as well be selling me dog shit. Say what you will about the crazy dream I'm chasing. Daddy always said 2 cents ain't worth a dime. No, it ain't. One thing's for sure, I know you're only hating, wishing your life was half as cool as mine. Been working like hell to hold on to my filter. Been biting my tongue so hard it's bound to split. Can't hear one more song on the radio. They may as well be selling me dog shit. I can't hear one more song on that radio. They may as well be selling me, you know what, by now. There's one of them. Alright. Next song I'm gonna play was one I wrote a few months back about a woman that done me wrong, and I actually wrote it not from my perspective, but from the perspective of the person that helped her do me wrong. Yeah, that's a roundabout way of going about it. But this song is it's called Lucille. It's about a girl, and I'm rambling for sure at this point, but this song is called Lucille. Lucille, I swore I'd never feel this way for you. You got the needle bad broken, the compass once kept my heart true. I'm tired of running circles around my head, wondering what the hell I'll say to him, Lucille. Oh, honey, you got me breaking all the boundaries, got me running through the thorns, and I got no idea how to wade your lovely stone. Damned if I don't, damned if I do. tell me you'll be true this time, Lucy. Lucille, I'm headed to the house to talk to him today. Good friends ain't supposed to do good friends this wretched way. The flesh and bones born to love, that's the chance I'll take for us, Lucille. But oh honey, you got me breaking all the boundaries, got me running through the thorns. I ain't got no friends to waste on a love that ain't returned. So tell me you don't, tell me you do, tell me you'll be true this time, Lucy. Lucille, got yourself a little record for breaking every heart. I got a feeling that this thing's over before it even starts, Lucille. It is.
Thanks, son.
All right, boys. Live action. Here we are in Triple Threat Studios. This is Jam&Toast, our very first Jam&Toast. We're here with the artist of the hour. His name is Griffin Dunn.
That is my name.
He
Nice to meet
just tore it up for us. And we can't wait to get started on this. So go ahead and grab them whiskeys, boys.
It is.
Open them up, all right?
Crack the seal. Means it's not.
Crack
being
that
drunk.
seal.
Cheers.
May we lie, cheat, steal, and drink. And when we lie, may it be for a friend. When we cheat, Lord, let it be death. When we steal, let it be a young maiden's heart. And boys, when we drink, let it be in good company. Cheers,
he's
fellas.
preaching. He's preaching.
Woo!
Woo is right. Yeah.
All right, here we are.
Griffin, it's good to have you here in Triple Threat Studio. Have you been here before?
Couple times.
Couple times, huh?
Couple times I've been here. It's a cool spot,
Well,
man.
I tell you what, Griffin, where are you from?
I'm from Seaford, Delaware.
Seaford, Delaware. What goes on up there in Delaware?
The beach goes on. Pretty close to where I'm at. About, 45 minutes or something
I got
from
you.
where I'm at. But not a whole lot else goes on in Delaware. I mean, you got Joe Biden from Delaware.
Joe Biden,
Pretty
shout out
polarized
that guy,
topic to
huh?
bring up in minute one of the podcasts, but we're going to bring it up anyway, I guess.
Do you surf up there? Do people
I
surf?
don't. People surf.
I'm a good surfer.
I can tell by the way your
build.
physique tells me that you're quite the hell of a surfer.
I did learn how to hang 10 from the best of them.
Hell yeah, hang 10.
I did.
That's a crazy term. That hadn't been used since like the 50s or 60s, I think.
I just think you're not educated on the surfing
You probably
culture.
aren't.
That's fair. I'm not a surfer. I'm willing to admit I'm too fat for that shit.
Yeah, I'm just not coordinated enough.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll jump right into it. We just heard "Bitin My Tongue" and "Lucille" from you, and well, folks, if you're watching this deep in the video, you know that if you don't know, you should know this young man, Griffin Dunn. What's your social media handles?
Griffin Dunn.
Griffin Dunn. Look at that.
If you've heard my name, you can figure out the social media.
Hell
It's all
yeah.
the same.
Y'all go and find him out there, and follow his closest friends too. You should do something like that as well. This over here is Max Woolery.
Howdy.
You can find him on the internet. His last name's hard to spell, but I fucking trust you.
It's not
It's
that
just
hard.
like Chuck Woolery.
Wool?
It's just like it sounds. Woolery.
Go check him out, ladies and gentlemen. He's out there playing bluegrass and everything else you can think of.
What else?
What else does he play?
Yeah, I mean, you brought it up, so I figured I'd ask.
Shit, my boy over there can play. He can play bluegrass. He can play country music. He play jazz. I've heard him play rock once or twice. I swear to God.
Jazz?
And don't you even mess with the young man when he wants to play some blues guitar.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
you do it.
Some southern rock.
That's all he needs.
It feels good.
You play any EDM?
It's where the soul is. That's where I actually cut my teeth, was EDM.
EDM.
I've never played that shit. I'm not that shit. I'm sorry.
It is.
No.
You're right. Electronic music is a little different than what we do. We do acoustic music here.
I really appreciate some electronic music under certain influences.
Like who?
Yeah, like what
mushrooms.
influences? Mushrooms?
Oh, okay. Drug influences. I thought you meant like...
Most of the time when Max is
DJ.
talking about influences, it's drugs, guys.
No, just mushrooms and Tony Rice. It's either Tony Rice
Hell yeah.
or mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Those
and
are my
Tony
influences.
Rice. Shout out to Mushrooms and Tony Rice.
Oh, Tom.
And guys, finally, I'm Forrest Carter. I'm up here with these guys, and I write country music. I play country music.
Yes, he
I try
does.
my fucking damnedest, I reckon. And this is Jam&Toast. This is presented to you by me, motherfuckers. Welcome to the show.
Kenny Powers, that shit. Motherfuckers.
I thought this shit up, and I thought, you know what, that'd be a good idea. I'm gonna do it with me and my friends, and so here we are, and we're cutting up. We hope you like what we got. Griffin, I got a couple questions for you. Mind if I go ahead and grill you?
I think I got a couple answers, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know the questions. Just
I ain't gonna hurt
to
you
be
too
real
bad
with you.
here. I reckon I'm a nice guy like that. I'm just gonna do you right. So tell me what musical influences did you grow up with, and then what do you have now that influences you to make music that you make?
So I grew up listening to all EDM, and that's really what I try to emulate these days. Now I grew up listening to soul and old R&B and Aretha Franklin and James Brown, that kind of thing, and
Absolutely.
older country, even older than 90s. I know old country today is considered 90s country, but I wasn't.
90s
big-
country isn't classic country,
I
folks.
wasn't a
That's-
big fan of 90s country.
That's
for
an
being honest.
important
Yeah.
distinction that
Yeah.
I'm glad you made for us.
Yeah,
I mean, I grew up on
absolutely.
Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard and
Grew up on the outlaw movement.
those kind
I
of writers,
imagine.
100%. Willie Nelson to me is top tier. You ain't gonna find much better. But I mean, I grew up on a mixture of country and soul, and R&B and blues, and that's what I try to emulate. I guess it's not a conscious decision of trying to emulate it. It's just like, you know what I know, and I love playing it. I fucking love playing it.
I definitely hear that, like, you don't emulate anybody specifically, dude. And I love how you start a song. I love how you end a song. And, like,
Yeah.
everywhere in between is just whatever you were feeling like doing in the coolest way. It really
appreciate
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
you do a great job playing your music. Griffin Dunn plays Griffin Dunn's music, and that's a huge compliment. I mean, nobody else can play it the way you do. Nobody else sings it the way you do. And I think that's a lot of what makes you special, and I think you're special. So yeah, there you go. I
shit.
fucking said it. How
We
about
gonna
that,
get
buddy?
canceled already.
So I guess if you grew up on those guys, are those guys still the ones in your circle on your playlist?
He has all his chromosomes.
All 46 of them. I can count them if you want. But yeah. Yes, they are still the guys on my playlist. I still listen to so much Waylon Jennings. It's not even funny. Merle Haggard,
go
as far as the songwriting goes, can't go wrong with that. And I love the melodies and just musically what James Brown and Aretha Franklin bring to the table. I think Aretha Franklin, like, just the voice is one of the best that has ever walked this earth.
Greatest female vocalist of all
I
time.
think
You
so,
throw her in that
for sure.
conversation.
I think I put her number one in the
I
conversation.
think I'm right there with you,
But
brother.
I mean, I don't know. I try to kind of grab from whatever I can and just play what comes out.
As far as some newer people and, like, songwriting wise goes, who have you been listening to?
I really like Max Woolery.
No.
That dude. That dude can write. Now, but somebody like Brent Cobb or somebody like even Muscadine Bloodline, where you got, Charlie and Gary kind of doing their own thing, and it's cool to be independent. It's cool
And
as hell.
that's important. I want to go ahead and make that delineation. We said that 90s country isn't classic country music. I think that Muscadine Bloodline is influenced a lot by 90s country, and I think that they bring a lot of that to the table. And I love what Charlie and Gary are doing it independent, doing the whole damn thing. I love what they're putting out. They're putting out good country music, and I can stand by that because it's not the same reciprocated, vomited up bullshit.
It is really cool. It's cool to see the influence, but not necessarily the copycat.
That's why I was a big fan of the Teenage Dixie album, where they showed, hey, we weren't just influenced by 90s country. We listen to a lot of other shit. And we listen to a lot of other shit.
You got to feel the influences, not hear them all the time.
You're exactly right.
Like,
yeah.
You can be like, I definitely heard this, but I didn't just hear them copy something
verbatim.
That John Anderson did or 100%. Whatever.
Right. And just as a little addendum, we do know Griffin. Griffin's a good friend of ours, and I know that you also talk a lot about Gabe Lee. That's somebody I wanted to shout out. Gabe Lee is awesome.
He's the man, dude.
He's the man.
The songwriting is unmatched in this day and age. It's somebody that I would throw in a conversation with John Prine, which I know is a crazy thing to say.
I get it. I feel the same way. I think it's crazy. He doesn't have enough released work for us to compare him to one of the greatest songwriters ever, John Prine.
It is his own style.
He's just really got such a familiarity. Like every time I've heard one of his songs, even if it's my first time listening, I've heard this before. There's such a great familiarity about how he plays his music.
I've always loved like Southern slang and just Southern speak in a song in a pretty way. And I mean, songwriting, of course, the way you say something is very important. But like to hear a Southernism or just Southern come out in a songwriter, the way you tell a story, place the words. He's good at that. Saying something that everybody's heard in a cool, different way.
That dude to me is a triple threat too, where he can write everything that he's playing. He can sing it damn well, and he can play any instrument that you're wanting to hear on the record. He can play keys.
Really?
Like nobody's business.
Yeah, he's a multi-instrumental.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just impressive all the way around for me, 100%. Lyrically, musically. I love his new tune, Property Line. It's one of his less serious tunes, but the red hot smoking into my property line that's
so good.
Who thinks of stuff like that?
A Southern influenced person. Where is he from?
Alabama, I believe.
It might not even be this. I don't know, but I don't know where.
But that's a the red hot smoking into my property line. Some people would be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" That doesn't make any sense. As soon as I heard it, I thought, "Hell yeah, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that
tread on me, boy.
Shotgun. Yeah, don't tread on me." So letting your heritage shine through without it being some kind of country saying Mad Lib that we have a lot of times with what we're seeing on the radio. And I'm fucking coming for you, radio. That's some bullshit. What you're putting out is some bullshit. And that leads me to my next question. We heard 2 songs from you today, Bitin My Tongue and Lucille. Starting with Bitin My Tongue, why don't you give me a little rundown on what's the passion behind writing a song like that?
So I wrote that song, honestly, kind of tongue-in-cheek, because it is talking about the radio and just how it's kind of done a disservice to country music in general. And it's not what I grew up listening to. It's not what I want to hear necessarily. And so, like, I don't know. I do bite my tongue, and that's kind of the hesitance behind even, like, this kind of interview setting where I'm asked that question. I feel bad saying something. But at the same time, like, it's not even close to the music that I want to put out. It's not close to the music that I enjoy listening to, love. And it really has done a disservice to the whole genre of country music.
I agree.
What's just kind of bought by the radio.
Excuse me. I feel that strongly. That's why that song resonates so hard with me. I can't hear more shit on the radio.
Yeah.
That's as simple as
I
it
think
comes, folks.
It's so obvious today. Everybody just want representation, and I really feel like my tastes in music and country music get absolutely no representation, and that like it bothers me. I wish it didn't, and like sure we'll do independent thing, but like somebody got to give that kind of stuff some representation.
Yeah, you know, I think the issue, for me at least, it seems, is that there's a consensus that this is the country music that we want to produce. This is what we want to put out. This is what people want to hear. And I think that's bullshit. Because I don't want to hear it. A lot of the stuff that we hear today, it's regurgitated. It's not original. There's no real country in it, other than the country lyrics on top of a pop song. So how do you try to differ from that in your writing style? What do you dive into when you're thinking about writing a song?
When I'm thinking about writing, I guess I just kind of write what comes out. But as far as production goes, because I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong, is where they write maybe a cool song that's got some pretty good lyrics, but they put a track to it that could easily fit, you know, a rap song or an R&B song.
A drum track?
Maybe
here?
a drum track.
We don't do drum
And
tracks in
just,
Triple Threat Studio,
it's
ladies
just
and
not.
gentlemen.
It's just
We
not,
bang on things.
we bang on
Whatever's
shit,
a-
and we put a microphone in front
No
of
matter
it.
what
Whatever's
it
laying
is,
around.
there's gonna be a microphone in front of it, but it's not gonna be a drum track. Yeah, and that's why I really love PTA Studios and it's not PTA, it's Triple Threat.
Yeah, I mean,
Planes, trains, and automobiles, cuz.
Well, I mean, I
We
guess
get
it kind
through
of
all
fits
of
into it.
baby.
That's why I love Triple Threat Studios,
I
because
have-
you can make something that's kind of raw and sounds good, but doesn't have overproduction, and that's like has
Yeah.
been the
No.
the downfall of the genre.
nobody knows
being
what they're
honest.
doing. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
we're
something
just-
special to that, I think.
We're just making country music here. And I love country music so fucking much, huh? I mean,
Huh?
Huh?
yeah,
Is that-
exactly.
Huh?
Do you
Huh?
love country music? Then
They
quit
do.
listening to that bullshit on the radio, cuz.
I'm so glad I have the privilege of like knowing you and like a little bit more personally than an interview. Like I kind of know some of your answers already, but like your writing style, you talk a lot about your notes. You got a running note going where every day you put something down, and I'm jealous of that. I want that. Is it like something you're trying to do as an exercise, or like every day? Are you saying I'm writing a hit song, or like every day you got a running note of some crazy good lines, man?
I think writing
And-
keeps me sane, and so like I do it just because it keeps me operating on an okay level. And I don't know. I don't write for anybody but what is going to come out of me, whether I write it or not. You know, whether I write it or not, it's going to come out of me and just speaking with my friends. And like, why not put it down on paper and try to put it to music? Because I really do love the whole music thing. And I don't know. I don't do it for anybody but really me. But I'd love to fucking make a living at it.
Yeah.
I really would.
Tell me about
You
it.
get
really
pretty
would.
personal in there, or
Yeah.
are you trying to write? This is something I want to release, like, or you're just doing whatever. You're
I
getting
write.
personal.
Yeah, I mean, I write. I'd rather get personal than be like, yeah, this is something that, you know, I want to start the song because this is something that I want to release. I'd so much rather write for me, and 90% of the time it doesn't turn out to be anything. Doesn't turn out to be anything that I plan on
Therapy
releasing
songs.
or exactly.
I
Therapy
love
songs.
therapy songs.
I got so many therapy songs that the world will
Tell me
never
about it,
even
man.
hear.
I'll never release a therapy song,
Yeah.
but man, sometimes to
shits are
keep
cool to write.
myself,
Yeah.
I've played y'all some
Sanity,
therapy
man.
songs,
absolutely,
and I love that.
Yeah.
I
Just
love
today.
I love that I have a friend group that I can play a therapy song, and they tell me, hell yeah,
That shit is good.
hell yeah. Like I see what you're going through. The understanding of a writing room is super important. Another thing to young artists, by the way, I'm one of you. I just got up here in November to Nashville, and luckily Max had been here for a couple of years. We were old buddies since high school, and luckily I was able to kind of inherit Griffin as a friend. And folks, we got some special stuff cooking. That leads me to my next question here, and we've already touched on it a little bit. These two songs that we heard, Lucille and Bitin My Tongue. Are you in the studio? Are you working on stuff? Are these unreleased songs about to be released? Are they soon to come?
So the spot that we recorded this video in, this very video you're watching right now, is actually the same studio as we're recording these songs.
Yes, sir.
And I can't wait to get them out because Max knows what he's doing. Max Woolery right here knows what he's doing. As far as I'm concerned, he knows what he's doing.
The real
don't
fun
listen
part,
close.
Yeah, the real fun part is we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
It's
but
cool,
we're
man.
doing it. And we care about country music. We care about the music that we create. And I'm comfortable. As an artist, I think we often fall into the potholes of judging other artists, because the truth of being an artist is that you feel that nobody else has the shit that you have. Nobody has the sauce like you have it.
But you also get more jealous faster than any other group of people.
Jealous of shit you don't even want.
Yes, I
Jealous
do not
of shit
like
you don't
this.
even want.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's there's some potholes there, but I think it's important to remember the basic is that songs resonate with people because they resonate with them.
They're real.
They give a
They're
fuck
real.
about them.
Yeah.
They have to feel those emotions. And I think somebody that we've seen a lot recently, we've talked about a lot recently because of his absolute viral blow up, is Oliver Anthony. Oliver Anthony is excelling in this because people feel like that's real. That's real to him. He wrote it because it meant something to him. That's what we're constantly trying to do here in this studio.
When it feels real to the person putting it out, it's bound to feel real to a lot of other people.
Absolutely.
Everybody
showing up.
Like, there's a lot of co-writing going on in Nashville, and I've written some of my best songs with other people because they have differing opinions that get me out of my box and move something forward. But like Nashville, it just always brings the credits, like in the room, so you're gonna get a third of it. Instead of thinking about, why don't I just write things about how I feel by myself? I wish more people wrote by themselves. I know you write mostly by yourself, and
we're lucky enough to finish some songs with him every once in a while.
It makes me think. I think it's a good segue to bring up. We just have a little.
Before you get your note out, I would encourage everybody moving to Nashville, right by yourself. Figure it out. I know, like, some people get to town and they're like, yeah, co-writes are the thing, and they can be cool for sure. Find your group, find a small group of people that you enjoy writing with, but be comfortable writing by yourself, because that's when you're going to get the most genuine ideas.
Please.
Yeah, new ideas come out of growth, and I think that sometimes we get so caught up on the new ideas with other people that we forget to grow ourselves into actual artists, to feel what we feel, to write what we feel. Yeah. And then
check back in with us. You get in a group and you love where you're heading, but check back in with you, and you got to know you.
Absolutely. You got to understand what your artistry brings to the table, and then how you're going to bring that. I think Max has something for you there.
It's just a little, this is the first Jam&Toast, so we're covering all our bases here. It's just a little NDA.
Cheers.
We're super official here at Jam&Toast.
If you could just initial here, fill your name in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And we need a full signature on the X there. Yeah, definitely read it into the microphone.
Then I need your signature there at the bottom. But
so
Jam&Toast NDA.
Yep, that's what we're doing here.
I, Griffin Dunn,
Absolutely.
And it's not been finished yet, but I signed it finally. So I, Griffin Dunn, swear not to disclose.
Go ahead and take care of it.
Yeah, go ahead and sign the bottom and then read it to the people. Let them know what you just signed on to here.
Okay, thank you.
I wish I hadn't signed before I read the whole thing.
Well, you can go ahead and read now.
Okay, Jam&Toast NDA. I, Griffin Dunn, swear not to disclose any illicit details of Jam&Toast / Triple Threat Studio operation, payment details, or information concerning this entire contract.
Right.
Entire in full caps, like this is a huge...
Yeah, the
multiple
entire
page
contract.
The
is
entire
covered
contract.
By this
the entire
one statement that he is signed. By
2
the way.
cent contract. And next to the X, there's a line that is on about the 17th line down.
Yeah,
and I did
that's
sign my
where
name.
Officially it is.
I did fully sign my name.
I guess you.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, what does that say down there? Did we forget a part?
Yeah. So they.
Oh no.
Sheesh. So they.
Yeah. Tell them what it says.
So it felt like a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper.
Which
is kind of the standard size of sheet of paper, but
they
some folded
of it got
it
flipped up.
Yeah, I mean, some of it got flipped up.
Them kidneys.
And it says, also, Max and Forrest split 85% of my next 3 album profits. 3 seems to be a stretch.
Man. That's crazy.
Considering... but at the same
that's
time...
awesome that you did that for us today.
Griffin.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I signed it.
That means a lot.
Damn, I fucking signed it.
I'm so...
That's really tough. That's really tough, because if we ever have to go to court over this, it's going to hold up on your favor. It's really tough. It's really tough that I signed this. But at the same time, I do think Max and Forrest have my best interest at heart. And if it turns
we have
out
85% of your best.
And if it turns out that they don't, I will be a 15% owner of my music. I can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's crazy.
I just want to be clear. This is one of our good buddies. And
you guys fucking suck.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead, rip that up.
Okay, what are we gonna do?
Tell us. We talked a little bit about Biting My Tongue. Tell us more about Lucille. Tell us about that song. It's one of my favorite country music songs that I've ever heard. One of the best songs that I've ever been in the presence of the artist.
Yeah, whatever you want to.
We are recording this way after me recording the actual song, and I didn't really have a spiel kind of built into place before I played the song, so I know it's probably kind of awkward, but it was just a part of life that I went through with a woman that I was with for a long time, and ended up things went sour, and it was one of my close friends that is now courting that woman, and to me it was a crazy thing to live through. It really was, but I understand now that it's probably worked out for the better, and the song is just about a girl named Lucille that is not really named Lucille in real life, and I'm glad that I could give like a further explanation on the whole thing rather than just kind of leaving it at where we were before the song, because it was I was definitely at a loss for words of what to even say about it, but
yeah, man, like
one of the most personal songs I've ever written, for sure.
Absolutely, and you can feel it in the song. Every time I hear it, I get chills. Good friends shouldn't do good friends this wretched way. What a line, cousin. I'm happy to know you, man. I'm happy that we got this on video. I'm happy that we're going to be able to share Lucille and Biting My Tongue with the world for the first time right here. Unreleased music from these artists. And
check them out. Griffin freaking Dunn.
Griffin Dunn, the man, the myth, and the legend. He's all 3 of them. We appreciate you watching, if you've watched this far. And check out Max Woolery Music on Instagram, Griffin Dunn on Instagram, and Forrest Carter Music on Instagram and TikTok. Check it out. Tune in, like, subscribe, whatever makes your little heart happy. We appreciate it greatly. Keep country music country.
Peace out from Triple Threat Studios.